Everything seems to be going wrong. Everything's going wrong. I'm not too sure if we're going to have a running session at all today, the way this is going. Clean the tracks and everything else, and I'm still getting starts today. It's one of those Sundays. Afternoon all. I'm just running a few more wagons around at the moment, so bear with us. I might be able to get some stuff up and running later on. If not, it's just going to be a 2 second. Hope everyone's well. How are you all doing? Jake, how are you? See if we can get this 6 up really. There anyway, try and get other stuff up and running. Hello, Johnson, how are you? I'm all good. So just spent the last 30 minutes trying to get people off the track. Got one or two issues I'm just going to figure out in a minute. So I've got a 66 up and running. That's on the outer track at the moment, it's going fast. I've got the green GWR 43 running, and it's got complimentary at the moment. So he's keeping an eye on that one. The 800 is running as well, which is good. Del Junction, afternoon, how are you? I hope everyone's doing okay then. I've been away, been off for a couple of weeks, just recovering for minor off. To toe issue that I had. So it hasn't allowed me to sort of do an awful lot of the walking around with family from the attic. Hi, Ava, how are you doing? Yes, it does, mate. Yeah, I've only got the one at the moment, which is the sad state of affairs. Let's put that on that side, maybe. Yeah. A little bit, Jake. Not too much. Is there something I've missed? Music Junction. Welcome. How are you? Welcome. Oh no, I've not heard about that at all. I'm 126 at a time. 16 kilos. My God. That's a bit I forget it. I'm trying to move some things around. What do I do? In a few areas that I'm going to switch cameras and just to change, put myself on. Look too much myself, wouldn't it? I'll just sort out this area. So how's everyone else doing then? We'll bring this camera to the other side. So we do need to get some of the cameras. There we go. Let's move the laptop over to your side so I can see you. Okay. It's probably a bit glary now, isn't it? That's Put this over here, you can see him in the background then. A bit of luck. Hopefully, he says. Okay. Yeah, you can see a little bit of that. That's awesome. Temperamental, this thing. There we go. Okay. So this is, as I said, just me getting back into the swing of things. Been off for a couple of weeks. Just recovering, basically. So it sort of negated the use of me actually getting into the attic. On the plus side, though, it has enabled me to do a few things. Come back to the side. So I think I mentioned a few weeks ago that I bought this. It was an analog version. It's only about 38 quid from a shop up in North Wales that I visited. Give it some cleaning up and bought some lights and stuff for it and changed it to DCC. So it's running okay. We had to replace some of the buffers on the front because they were missing. So we had 2 new buffers put in place. And I don't know if you can see, but just where the lights are, they were just basically plastic blank of a sort. So we drilled those out there. The 2 red ones at the very bottom you probably can't see because of the buffers. But they were drilled out as well. And the lighting unit was bought from a guy on eBay. I'll try to get a description and put it in later on. But it's quite a weird design. This one's obviously a split head code design. And there's not many of those about. I think out of the search that I did, I only found 2 suppliers of these digital LED head codes. So they're quite difficult to get a hold of. Obviously, the normal ones where they use the center areas or the top areas or the middle areas, they're relatively easy to get hold of. So we gave me something to do. We took all the motor and everything apart, cleaned it all up. This is quite an old design, so it only has pickups from these set of wheels on the left, and then these set of wheels on the right hand side. So it's quite an old Hornby design. So I had to take all that apart, strip all these wheels down, give them a good clean, and then put them all back in and then test for the continuity. Turned out okay. It's also managed to put a CD motor inside here because I found once I did the conversion, it wasn't, the actual Ringfield motor wasn't quite up to scratch. So we I changed that out, got a 9mm thickness CD motor, put that in, put the new gearing in, and the existing gearing that was on there, cleaned all that down. I found out it was actually chafing on the side of the bodywork. So we cleaned all that down, re-lubricated it, put some grease on it and stuff. And it's quite good. It does its job now. So I've had it running on the track with the cleaning wagon here. As you can see, it's an old Great Western. I've had that going around the track for a good couple of hours now. So it's all bedded in. It seems to be doing quite well. Probably the only thing I would do on this would be to put in a Lays decoder, which enables me to put Stay Alive on. Because of the design, the pickups and everything else, it doesn't pick up from multiple like bogies, left and right for both sets. it's only from one side from one and one from the other, I find that it does tend to struggle sometimes. So I'm going to invest in a cheap layers decoder, about 15, 16 quid. And the addition of the Stay Alive that goes on it, in total that's going to be around about £26-ish. And hopefully then this will have a better running life around the track. Jake, okay, yeah, you can drop me an email. Okay, no worries, I'll keep an eye out for that. Hot Dog Andy, how are you doing? Thanks for coming in. So that was one of the main purchases that I did. I converted it, so we're happy with all that. And the other one I did, just there we go. So just in the process of finishing this one up now. Quite a few months ago now, we were talking about this, the 9F. And obviously it's got pickups for left and right here. Oop, that camera's gone a bit all right. Technology, brilliant, isn't it? Ugh. Let me just sort this out again. It's not doing very well today. There we go. Yeah, mistake. So yeah, so we've managed to get into this, cleaned all the wheels out, checked all the internal connections inside here, made sure the wheels were really good, and there was no buckle on them or anything like that. All the running gear and all these linkages, apart from one, which is just sort of linkage there, that was a bit deformed and stopping the wheel from actually rotating correctly. So we sorted all that out, rehoused this bit here, and then just basically followed the wiring all the way back to the rear connections. So the old tender was quite damaged. I'm not going to say anything else about it. So I had to invest in an old one. Again, it's an older version 9F tender. This was predominantly an analog one. So the only connection they had was, I just see it on this side, see the pin in the center. That was the only connection it had. So it was relying on feed from this set of wheels, and then from the older version of the 9F, it would have taken the feed from this pin to the front of the loco for the other set of wheels. But because obviously this one's relatively newer, I had to try and figure out a way of passing both left and right feeds from the loco into this tender. And I've seen on the other ones where they put a brass plate underneath, if you can see that. So you have a connection on the pin for the left hand side, and then connection onto the brass plate for the right hand side. So this plate I had to basically take off from another tender. It was a scrap tender that I had lying around, and it obviously wasn't the same style. So I had to prise that off, clean it up, and then put it into situ to allow me to get that connection sorted. You can see those two prongs. Hopefully you can see those. So that now gives me the feed straight for this. Again, motor was cleaned up. We've had a quick look at it, sort of thing, but the brass cog was a little bit tight, so we cleaned all that up. And it re-greased and stuff. And the interesting thing on this is obviously we wanted to DCC it. With this being the old style tender, it's not an awful lot of room. So I've managed to get a Bachmann decoder on here, but I've literally had to hardwire it into the system. There's just no room at all to put an 8-pin socket on and then put the decoder on top. It just simply won't work. So it's been hardwired in. I've just got 2 wires to cover over, and then essentially, once this goes on, we have our tender. So once that's finished off, basically just connect those in like that, and then this is good to run. So it's just another job I did while I was down. So hopefully that'll be running on the layout soon. I do need to get a couple of traction tires for the Ringfield motor side, because it's obviously rear driven. Those tires aren't really up to it; they're quite worn, so I need to get some new ones so it can actually pull the carriages. It's a bit light, should I say, spinning. So stop me waffling on for a couple of minutes now. Let me just catch up with the chats, see how everyone's doing. So you've got Delft Junction in, Haunted Railway, Troberton, you've got Moneybrook Junction's in. Trying to scrub over here. Ivo. Happy days. So Jake's doing a German BR86. Interesting. Okay. Okay, yep. Let me just see. I'm just trying to get hold of something. What's going on? So I'm probably in the way of the main building there. I just thought it'd be a change of scenery from doing the tunnel on the hill over there. I usually put that on every week. LinkedIn promotions into YouTube. Okay. No, I'll check that later on. So what's everyone else been up to then? Thompson, you're about to step into the realm of the DCC world then. So which one are you thinking of restoring then, John? Every week I write people's names down, and every week I get rid of the paper. I just don't know where I seem to put things. And we'll get lost. That's it. Ah, there we go. Need to get myself a proper book. Too much junk in here. Okay. Stay where it is. Maybe it's 12 after that. Closet Branch, how are you? Welcome to the channel. Oh, are you going full out DCC? Cool. No, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. Let me put this a little bit so it's like sideways, a bit better. Otherwise, I'm staring into space all the time. My cheap purchase from eBay, no, good to it. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Without a shadow of a doubt, mate. Yeah. Like I said, this one was a non-runner. Only for the fact that the actual, the bit of the valves stuff on here was bent. So, and obviously the tender was, it was damaged, sort of thing, and someone tried to put in a new style motor, but it was just never going to work. But yeah, absolutely, go for like an old analog version. You can test it out on DC, then, can't you? The only thing that I would be cautious of going from analog to digital is making sure that the actual motor is in a really good condition. So if you're using the Ringfields, give them a really good service. and go from there. Really, just take your time, check it all out. But yeah, definitely invest in the actual time to clean that motor out, and especially if it's the old wheel axle pickups as opposed to the little brass bike prongs. You tend to get a lot of fluffing on the axles and dirt and grime, and that's what breaks down that connectivity. But yeah, definitely, I wholeheartedly go for an old one and see how you get on, mate. Absolutely. Yeah. So my next one is this one here. I need to find the front bogey system for this Class 91, which has obviously got the motor. So I need to find one of those, and then probably go for the process with this one by putting in the CD motor upgrade and DCC this one as well. This is from my son-in-law's. We did actually have it running a couple of years ago. It was analog. We did do the upgrade and everything, but for some reason, after a while, it tended to start to fail. And I tried tweaking around with some of the settings, and it just wasn't really getting the full sort of feed. So he left it to the side. So he's done something with the actual main bogey. I can't remember. I did try to get some of the parts back, but that'll be my next one, is to try and get a relatively cheap motor bogey system for the front. That's where the drive is, and get this up and running for him again, which will be good. Other than that, it's not any too bad a nick, to be fair. I know we did talk about getting the lights done. I'm not too sure if there's any kits out there that I can convert these lights. I'd rather go digital, but I think this actual molding is quite old, so I'm not too sure if there's going to be any way we can do it. At least maybe like a wheat grain bulb. But yeah. Yeah, it is, Jake. This one particularly, I mean, I think the cheapest I've seen these is about 30 or 40 quid. It might be better for me to actually buy one of these that's a non-runner, that's still got the bogey system on it, and then I can work around that. Because essentially the rear one's fine, all the pickups there are really good on it. So it is literally a case of maybe just pick out a Class 91, doesn't matter what livery it is, because I won't be using it, and then just basically swap out the bogey, and then we'll upgrade it to a CD motor. So it's probably cheaper to do that than it is to just try and find the actual motor. But we'll get into it. See if we can get this to do a bit more cleaning. Yes. Oh, off he goes. Where are you going? Come back. Just move this out of the way. So what's everyone else been up to then? Anything good? So 57, 53. Where is that gone? Okay. Can you not? LNER bogies. What soon? Yeah, that's I mean, I can keep an eye out by all means. eBay is a great place to be, but sometimes these little individual sellers do just as good. not Hattons, silly me. Rails of Sheffield. You may find some on their website, possibly. I'm just trying to find out where I put me 37. Oh, yeah, is that it? That can't be it. Where did I put that? So Money Brooks working on your station and painting delivery on the buildings. Awesome. Tender Drive. Yeah. They are few and far between, mate, to be fair. For some reason, I've lost my 37. How can that be? That's really bizarre. What's going on here then? Oh, I know. There he is. Maybe. Yep. There we go. Got him running. Get that doing some track cleaning again. Still got quite a lot to do on this building here. This is me, my little hideaway. Obviously, got these. I need to get another one of these to make it to the third one. And I'm going to, like I said before, I was going to change the light on this. So that actually pulls off. A red thing there. So I'm going to put in a micro LED. Put the wires down into a resistor. And it'll take a feed then from the track, hopefully. We'll get those put in. I just need to get one more for those. Still need to do some of the lights to the back end of here. So I haven't really done much progress on that at the moment. Nintendo. There's got to face some missing wheels and motion graphic. Oh man, that is bad. Super detail LLA and pulling lighter. Ooh, okay. Yeah, they are going to be really hard to find. Yeah. Is that the? Oh, there he is. He's come off his thing again. Is that the new style Pullman or the old style Pullman? We just. Where are you? Just grab that one for a minute. Where's my stick of doom? Ugh. Let me just reinitialize all these and then let's see if I can get them to come backwards. Step that there. Oh. Okay, let's start that again. Jesus. Let's start. There we go. Try again. So it is the. Let's have a look. You just see the 37 whiz past me. It's doing quite well. Right, so pick up both wheels and you have to wire connection to the tender. Ah, right, okay, yeah. I don't know, come across the other way. I don't know if I still got it. Let me stop this 37 from self-destructing for a minute. It is really loud. There we go. Yeah, I'm just trying to see now, mate. I'm just looking at the chat. Clips you can get with the tornado set and whoever else is, yeah, possibly. Right, I had something the other day that I was thinking of doing when I was trying to get this conversion on this pin. I did come up with another idea. Just see if I can try and find it. Oh my luck, I probably won't find it, but let's give it a go. So many bits in here, really. And somewhere. Where did I put that? Ah, there they are. Right, okay. So something that you might want to think of doing, if you was wanting to get that connection sorted out, and you haven't got access to this plate, another thing I was thinking of doing was using one of these. It's a small 2-wire, but if it's there we go. And it basically just comes apart like that. I mean, you can see how big it is in relation to my finger. Little micro connectors. So you get these off eBay for literally like £2, not even that. And I was actually thinking of using these. The wires are quite thin, and my plan was basically to have this feed come from the loco, and I was going to install it actually inside there. So basically, effectively, it would sit like that. Where are we? Obviously, in the middle somewhere, and then you just be a case of disconnect and then reconnect when you want to. That might be an idea. Micro connectors. You can choose which version you want. You can have 2, 3, 4 connectors, sort of thing. Ah, okay, cool. Handy though, yeah. So there's always a way, though, isn't there? There's always a way. I'm certainly these days. What's what new stuff are using similar to this. Just put that there so I don't lose it, because I will be using it at some point. But if in doubt, just have a search around. There's various ways you can get things connected. Right, I think. Yeah. So far, no problem. No problem. If you struggle, you want the link, let me know, and I'll put it up on the description on this live later on when it's been uploaded. But they're relatively, really are dirt cheap, like pence. I think all in all, it cost me about £2 or something for that and for it to be posted. So It's just an option. Isn't it? I'm a bit tight on space here at the moment because I'm trying to move everything around. Right over there. That can go over there. It's never enough space. Scoot back a little bit. Forward. That's what it's all about. Isn't it? At the end of the day, it's all about sort of helping each other. Whatever sort of issues you come across, things like that. I mean, if anyone's got a class 91 bogey analog and you don't need it, or when we donate something towards it, then let me know. Just drop us an email. Yeah, it's just helping each other out, really. I've still got so much stuff I want to do. It's just crazy. So much stuff. Let me see if I can get a better shot. I definitely need to invest. I don't particularly want to be paying for StreamYard services, but I just don't use it enough. But there is another streaming service that someone's told me about before. I might look into that just so I can get a second camera, put in a corner or something. Let me see if I can just jiggle this around a little bit without losing connection. There we go. This might work, it might not. Right. Just put the camera behind so I can just do a little bit better things. There we go. There's a better view. I think it's a better view, apart from this stupid bit of wood. Here we go. There's a bit of a better view of the station area. Where is it? Yeah, it's still working. So yeah, so we'll check on the what we got there. I definitely need my glasses. Yep, definitely. Yeah, look at the wiring diagrams. H&H Express, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel. Hi. Yeah. So at some point, I'm going to be, I don't know if you can see these are the old wheat grain bulbs. They're going to be swapped out soon. So some of the caps keep falling off them. So I've got some LED ones already purchased. I'm going to try and get those swapped out. Get this bit done. I'll install a couple of bits underneath where this building is at the moment. So there'll be lights underneath there. And then obviously the other end where you can't see at the moment. The other end of the platform, continue with the LED lights. Let's put that there because we don't need that at the moment. Stick that out of the way. Second HSD. I don't actually know where this has come from. I think I was using it as a test bed. They're not there for now. So, yeah, anyone off to any exhibitions at all soon? I'm so out of the loop, I can't actually remember what's actually due to come up, to be fair. I'll sit in this little queue for that. I suppose actually, you did Ali Pally yesterday, yeah? Awesome. Buy anything? Squeeze a bit down. Feeling good. The only thing, one of the main things I'm looking at to try and get hold of is the old CMX brass tanker cleaner. Um, again, they're another one that's really difficult to get hold of. Yeah, just I think it's American as well, sort of thing. Doesn't really help. But I think there is a company here that does them, but obviously I think they just buy them, bring them over, and then resell them. But they're ridiculous prices. I think one I saw the other day was 170 odd quid or something for a little brass tanker on a set of bogies. It's mental prices, absolute mental. Yep, same. I've got much time to sort of do anything. I would like to try and get out to something this year. I think there is one at the NEC, isn't there? Is that April time or is it? I can't remember. OBRT trains or OBR trains. Yeah, exactly. They're not cheap. I'm led to believe they're really good for what they do. It's just annoying prices. Shit, yeah, exactly. I think someone said the other week there was a shark or charge, something like that. But again, they're not cheap. They sort of do the similar thing. I need to look into it. I think see what they can do. Definitely struggling on that side. That's 43 is stalled. Continuously touring. All right, okay. Hello, the Sparky. How are you doing? Yeah, I mean, I'm only really running mainly once a week, once a Sunday. I don't because I work all during the week. It's very little time for me to sort of like come up here in the evenings. So it only really gets run once a week, if best. We got that one. Oh, 57 there. These are the next things I need to get hold of. I've got a couple of these on watch at the moment, but I need to get quite a few more. I want to basically hook up this 66 and have a 66 running around the layout with a whole load of these. So keeping an eye on those at the moment, see what I can find. All right, Andy, no worries. Thanks for popping in. 38 quid and what 20 odd quid for a motor conversion, 20 quid for a set of LED lights. It's doing all right. It's doing pretty well. About 37. So I think you just got to have the look of the draw. If you're going to buy second-hand stuff and you want to convert it, just sort of be mindful of what the work is that you've got to do. And if you're happy to do it, then by all means have a go. What's the worst that can happen? I think I've done. What's that now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably about 6 locos over the years that I've done where I've converted them. Apart from obviously about 91, they're all still running. So I think it's worthwhile doing. Right, I'm going to move this over here a minute because I wanted to move some stuff. So I'm going to put this into a better view for you lot. And just have a look. I'll just tidy up this little room here. And I think next, I'm still not decided on this bit. I don't know whether to put a couple of tracks behind there. Again, it's something that I need to think of in regards to, do I need to put a second layer in? So I'm not sure at the moment. That's why I've not touched it. See what it's going to do with it. That might even take long. At the bottom of the screen, what is in the middle of the tracks? Are you referring to this bit or this bit here? Probably this bit here. Could you stick out? See this bit here you're on about? Oh, I know. Yeah, these ones here. Yes. This one here. Yeah, I know what you mean now. These are the AWS ramps. So that's basically, get me knowledge, like they are basically staggered across the network. Oh, I know. That's what carriage again. Second. Yeah, so they're the AWS ramps. So if you ever see a live feed of like freight trains doing journeys from one place to another, every time they go over that ramp, it sends a signal into the cabin, and the driver has to acknowledge that signal by pressing the button or a foot pedal or something. Because if he doesn't do that, I think it has something to do with the braking system or something. So it stops him from going through red lights. I think. I could be wrong on that one. Yeah, pretty much train. Yeah, train protection. Yeah, I've got a few I've got a few here. One there, one there, one there. I think I've got a couple on the other side. But yeah, the word is it adds to that realism, isn't it, sort of thing. You're on about getting things earlier. That one and that one. Let's get this one again. See if I can do that. You need to have a clear that really and have a finish off doing some of the scenery and stuff. So yeah, pretty much. Yeah, speak on the 07. Give it a little bit of a blast. I'm going to come through here now, right at knots. So, it's going to get some. Never remember what it is. So, right. Just bear with us for a minute, guys. I'm just going to put downstairs. Right, what's going on? Let's have a look. What do you think UK guys consider the most manufactured and most detailed vehicles? It's definitely not Hornby, that's for sure. I think for me it has to be Bachmann. Yeah, I think for me Bachmann's probably pretty good on the old detail. Let me just find out what's going on with this again. I think my Railmaster has gone into meltdown. Let's restart in the software again. Yeah, the computer's froze. Right. We'll just reboot that. Hopefully we'll get a few more bits and pieces running. So yeah, hopefully this is not froze as well. Hopefully this is still streaming. Okay. One of the things I haven't done today, I haven't put the link up today. I'll just do that now for you. So if anyone wants to actually jump in, whether it be audio or a video, you're more than welcome. The link is in the chat if you so wish to. You're more than welcome. It's 3 o'clock now. I'll probably be on here till about 3:30 or so. Awesome. That's good. All right, just wait for my other laptop to boot up again and see if we can fix Railmaster and get running some of the trains. Yeah, that's me. So I'm just set to the side at the moment. Yeah, seen enough of my ugly mug for an hour, so I thought I'd put it onto the actual station layout. A few more things, well, nothing really new, but obviously we've got some of the little deck chairs that I got for Christmas. Deck chairs, passenger seats. So got a few of those. We've put them on there. There's a bin there as well, and a couple of bits and pieces. It's an old weighing, very old style weighing machine. Don't tend to see him very often these days, but occasionally you'll see him hidden in a corner somewhere for more nostalgia than anything else, to be fair. Companies tend to keep them and repaint them into their liveried colours or whatever. Ivo, good question. The first set I got, they were pre-made. In fact, my daughter got me them for, I think it was my birthday last year, and there's a set of 5, I think there was, and they were pre-made. Try to find where to put them all. Yeah, these ones. So they are quite small, as you can see. But these ones were pre-made. All I had to do was literally paint the sides and take a dark blue GWR old colour. But the newest set I got, they were kit form, so they come in literally 4 bits, and you just got to basically glue them together. It's very hit and miss because it was from the same
I'm led to believe from the same people. It was on Amazon. So if you go into Amazon and type in 00 gauge benches or whatever you want to call them, like for 00 gauge style, you should be able to pick them up from there. Oh yeah. One of the other things you can get, I don't know if you can see that, right down here is the information sign. I don't know if I can get this really close for you to see. Let me tweak around with something. There we go. Bring that real close now. Hopefully it'll focus. Maybe not. But yeah, you can get little information signs. And they're quite handy just to add to the realism of your platforms. That one there I did myself. That is literally just a couple of bits of balsa wood as a frame. Balsa wood, bit of plank in the middle. And then I just lifted an image off Google and just downsized it. And pasted it on. That's all I did with that. Obviously, you can get the little rail signs as well. And on here, you can see where I just put the gauge in like an old bag, trolley, and a bin. That bin is like a laser cut, like the thinnest MDF piece of card more than anything else. But they're quite fiddly to put together. So that's all I managed to do at the moment, but I am planning on getting a bit more done on this year. So that's there. Right. Now this is booted up. Let's see if I can get it to work. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think I put one on each. Yeah, put one on each side. But rather than try and find one, I just literally got this literally off Google and just sort of downsized it, shrunk it. I should have really measured it, to be fair, to get the correct sort of scale. Honestly, I just eyeballed it, to be fair. So it sort of looks okay. I don't think it's too big or stands out too much. So I did mention a few weeks back that we're going to try and have a diesel and steam gala afternoon, a Sunday afternoon. I'm going to see what I can do with that, see if we can try and bring that forward a little bit. So I'll speak to the Oppo and see when he's not working. And obviously they can come over for Sunday lunch at the same time, so it's a 2-in-1 deal, really. I can bring my daughter over and we can go upstairs and get some of these up and running. So I might do like a slightly longer stream on a Sunday at some point, but I'll post that beforehand. And we'll have a couple of steams locos going up and down the tracks, and then a few diesels, just to add a bit of variety to the layout. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Right. Which one again? Hopefully it's coming out. I think this laptop's had its day, to be fair. I've had it for like, I don't know, 14 years now, I think. It used to be a really good laptop. It was a gaming laptop for Mesa. But I think it's just starting to show its age now. Get this thing up and running. Is that the place where it has that? Is it the world's largest loco scenery type thing? So it's a massive, massive layout, like cities and all sorts. There. Is that the one you want about, Ivo? Now it looks as if this is playing up. It's really annoying. Yeah, Hamburg. Yeah, no, that'll be really interesting to go to. I don't think the wife would enjoy me spending my day around that, but I've seen quite a few videos on YouTube and stuff. Really impressive. I mean, the amount of stuff they have running around there is just manic. Just give this one more attempt. If it doesn't load up, then I'm probably going to have to cut the stream short. Just trying to see if it's loading up now. I hate to think the amount of maintenance that requires for that one, because there's so much stuff. Yeah, it's not going to work, guys. It's taking its time trying to load up. What I'm going to do then is, I'll call it a day. Apologies for not being on any longer. I was hoping to get a few more running this afternoon, but it's doing various things. It's trying to. I can hear it now. It's trying to boot up, but it's probably going to take too long. Yeah, send her off. So yeah, but I'll be the one with a credit card though, and I know I'd want to buy stuff.